Imagine this big playground, so beautiful, so full with toys and equipment you've never seen before. It's all the stuff that you dreamed of. And it's all yours. It's yours to play with, whenever you like. All day, every day, it doesn't matter. It's yours. Wouldn't that be so unbelievably nice? Hi, my name is Roeleke and I'm a self-love specialist. In this video, I will do a short recap of what we already talked about, and I will talk about the comfort zone, or as I like to call it, your comfortable zone. I will tell you something about why it's there, who created it, what can you do in it, do you have to be there for the rest of your life, or can you move the parameters, or how does it work? And of course, I will wrap it all up by telling you why knowing about your comfort zone and understanding what it is so important on your self-love journey. So let's start with the recap. We talked about a golden conscious, a name inspired by the golden circle of Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek uses a circle from the inside out. Why, how, what. For the golden conscious, we use it from the outside in. What, how, why. Using it that way will make you more aware of what your brain is doing and what it's saying, what it's making you do. And why is that so important? Well, if you really want to change a habit or a behavior or a train of thought, or you really just want to figure out why you're doing what you're doing and what your limited beliefs are, you need to know what this beautiful brain of yours is thinking, is doing, is saying all the time, because it's doing that all the time. Even now, it's talking to me as I'm doing this. I'm thinking, oh, do I say the words correctly? Will people understand what I'm saying? Do I have to elaborate more? Oh, I'm saying too much. Oh no, I probably said that just now, but I want to say it differently. Do I need to stop talking now? Am I getting sweaty because it's really hot in here? All that is going through my brain while I'm doing this. I know it and I can ignore it because I'm really conscious of what it's doing. I have a golden conscious because I understand what my comfort zone was and is and why it's there. It doesn't really bother me what she's doing or what she's saying, which makes it easier for me to do what I like to do and enjoy what I'm doing without getting sidetracked of what my brain is doing. Anyways, let's continue. I've also talked about your defense mechanism, your ego, and why she does what she does. She wants to keep you away from pain. I will dive in that deeper in other videos. For now, I will just take apart your comfort zone. To break it down, I will use the what, how, why method. But let's start with a little story. Imagine yourself on a beautiful playground. It's a nice sunny day. The weather is just right. There's a little breeze in the air. And you're looking around and all you see are all these beautiful, beautiful things that you can play with. They're all shiny and new. There's a slide, and maybe there's a swing, and maybe there's a trampoline or a ball or whatever you can imagine, whatever you dreamed of is there. And it's all yours to play with. Every day, all day, it's yours. You can do with it whatever you want. There's nobody telling you to get off, or you don't have to stand in line, or you have to go home, whatever. No, it's yours. You can do whatever you like on your playground. While you look around and see what's there and you walk around a little bit, you notice that there is a border. It looks like an elastic band or something. You walk towards this kind of elastic band thingy And while you're walking, you follow it with your eyes and you see that it makes a nice round circle all the way around this playground. Good thing to know. And you start playing in your playground. You play with everything that you wanted to play with. It's like a dream come true, right? And the border, well, it's there. It doesn't really matter. You have everything that you want right here. So the years go by and you get older. And suddenly, one morning you wake up and you look around and it's like, well, all the toys are getting a little bit old too. Some are even broke. You can't play with them anymore. And you're kind of bored. You played with everything like 1,000 times already. There's nobody to play with. So you start to wonder what is out there on the other side of the border. You walk towards the border. When you get close, you see it's not that high or that big. It doesn't even look like it's really holding you back at all. Maybe you can just step over it. When you look behind it, you see that it's really dark there. You can't see anything at all. Maybe there's ground, maybe there isn't. Maybe there's a light switch, maybe there isn't. You don't know. You can't see anything at all. And when you lean a little bit more forward and put your foot a little bit more towards the border, you see a little light appearing, but not behind the elastic band, but in front of it. That's weird. So you take a little step back, the light is gone. Let's try this again. So you move your foot a little bit forward just to push against the elastic band, and there it is again. There's a little light coming from under it. This is funny. So you take a step to the left and there's a little bit more light. And you take 2 steps to the right and there's a little bit of more light. So now you know that if you take baby steps, the border moves. And maybe if you walk around and take baby steps along the way and push the border more forward, who knows what you'll see? Who knows who you encounter? Maybe there are some new toys over there, or maybe there's even somebody to play with. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story. And what I was explaining here were 3 important zones. 1, the playground, is your comfort zone or your comfortable zone. That is where your ego is the most comfortable, it's in control. The second zone, the one that you create when you make baby steps and push the border a little bit forward every time, is the stretch zone. Your ego gets a little bit more agitated and a little bit more triggered, but you can handle her. If you step over the border, that's called the stress zone. The stress zone. I'm not going to say that again. Anyways, that's where your ego will go in a full-blown panic, so you don't want to go there. Let's elaborate and break it down with the what, how, why method. What is your comfort zone? Well, it's the playground that I was talking about. Your ego created it for you to keep you safe. She's in full control there. She knows everything that's going on there. And you can see all those toys and equipment are different ways and different patterns that your ego made based on different traumas that you encountered in your lifetime up till now. So that is what it is. How does she keep you there? Well, This is the part where all the stuff comes in, what I've been talking about before. The harsh words that she says to you. Keeping you quiet while you want to speak out. Limited beliefs. Being overly defensive or overly aggressive. Maybe you want to change everything at once, what does not work. And then you get disappointed and don't even bother to start over again. Remember, these are examples that I can think of. So try and think of your own examples. What is it in your life that makes you stay on your playground? What is it that she says or things that you do that keep you on your playground, in your comfort zone? And remember, she has nothing to do with your feelings. She has nothing to do with being happy or not happy. She's rational. That's it, with one job. And why does she want to keep you on that playground, in your comfort zone? Because she's in control. She knows how other people will react when you say or do certain things. So that means that she can control the situation around you, which means that she can keep you away from the pain you encountered, because she knows which road will lead you there. So she keeps you off that road. Not because she wants to make you happy, because she wants to keep you away from that core pain, from the pain she swore to keep you away from. I'm going to use a personal example to put it in perspective of life. In my childhood, I was bullied a lot. And that created for a lot of different, let's say, toys and equipment on my playground, in my comfort zone. I can't explain all of them, because that would take too long, so I'll just choose one. What was it that kept me in my comfort zone? I was the master of pleasing behavior. That was my most favorite toy in my playground. How did I do that? Well, I almost did everything that people asked me to do. The word no wasn't in my vocabulary. I didn't even know if something that I was doing was beyond my boundaries, because I had no idea where they were to begin with. Why was pleasing such a good method? Well, because it controlled how other people would think about me. And that probably would be that they thought that I was a nice person. Easygoing, nice to have around, doesn't talk back. So who wouldn't want to be my friend? And here comes the tricky part. If people didn't want to be my friend, it would flip. And I would be telling myself, well, it's kind of logical that she doesn't want to be your friend, right? I mean, you're unlovable, you're unlikable. Nobody wants to be your friend. I mean, that was proven from years back now. So we knew this was going to happen. So why are you disappointed now? Because it's kind of logical, right? You're not nice to be around, or lovable, or likable even. See how that works? It can be used in both cases. That was one toy in my comfort zone. And like I said, it was not to make me happy. It was to keep me away from the heartache that the bullying has caused. And it did, in a certain way. It still pops up once in a while. But that's okay. I recognize it now, and I don't want to play with the toy anymore. So I healed that situation, I healed that wound. And I don't want to scratch the scar. It itches sometimes, but then I just put some oil over it and love it and tell it that we're safe now and there's no need to worry anymore. I'll tell you how I made a wound into a scar in upcoming videos. For now, let's just focus on what a comfort zone is and how it works and why it is so important to know about it on your self-love journey. Self-love is about loving yourself and making yourself happy. And at this moment, you're not happy in your playground, in your comfort zone. And maybe you never were happy there. In any case, you want to stretch out the border. The only way to do that is to figure out where the border is and why it's there in the first place. And what is your playground made of? How does it look? How does it feel? What toys are there? What equipment are there? You have to figure that stuff out first. And you really have to notice how she's doing it. How is she keeping you there? What is it that she's saying, what she's doing? Why is she doing that? So basically you need to create this golden conscious. Be aware of what is going on in your brain. By doing this, really figuring this stuff out, really figuring out what your comfort zone is all about, you discover new parts of yourself that you didn't even know were there, or maybe you did know were there, but you put them aside and hope they would go away or something. So let's say in that case, you rediscovered parts of yourself. But in any case, there are parts of you that need love and need attention. There are wounds that need to be cared for so they can heal and become beautiful scars. If you really want to stretch out that border and stretch it out in a way that it will last, that it will stay there, you have to use love, self-love. You have to be gentle with yourself and love yourself even more. It's there for a reason, you know. And it got you to where you are today. So maybe we should say thank you. Let's do that. Let's say thank you. So close your eyes and put your right hand on your head and your left hand on your heart and repeat after me. Thank you, my dear ego, for keeping me protected up till now. In the best way you knew how. It's time for me to move forward. And I want you to come with me. So take my hand and let's do this together. One baby step at a time. I love me. I got me. We got this. So take a nice deep breath. And open your eyes. And remove your hands. So, that always feels good to do something like that. Say thank you to yourself. And now I'm gonna say thank you to you. So, thank you for watching this video. And keep an eye out for my next one. And remember, lovelies, take your time. It's no contest, there's no deadline. It's you taking one baby step at a time towards unconditional self-love. And remember to enjoy this journey. I know it's not always fun, but every step you take will put a bigger smile in your heart and in your soul and on your face. See you next time. Bye.